Hi, hello. Welcome to Devon Monk's Works and Worlds. We are on Monday Monk 44, and I am very happy to see you here today. We're going to go over just the basics that we do every O day. We are going to talk about how things are going with writing, how things are going with knitting, and then life in general. You may hear some jingling around. I don't know if you can. Did you hear that? I have little doggo, little Bruno in the room with me today. He's the doggo that I look after for my son and his wife. So he's kind of our little room companion today. I'm keeping an eye on him. I think he's doing okay so far. Anyway, welcome here with me and Bruno, and let's see. We're going to dive right in. How's writing going? Writing's going well. I got back the copy edits on Wayward Sky. I went through them and cleaned them all up. I got them back to my copy editor. She usually does 2 passes, and that's her process. And then after 2 passes, the book is pretty clean. I run proofreads on it too. And usually she does 2 passes before she gives it to me, but she knew I was trying to get this done as quickly as possible. So she did the first pass and then sent it to me so I could work on it, which I did. And I sent it back to her, and then she broke her wrist. One, I feel so sorry for her because there is no fun in breaking a bone. And for a writer, I mean, there's no good bone to break, but boy, breaking her dominant hand, wrist, that is a bunch of no fun. So that's going to slow down Wayward Sky a little bit, I think, where I'm talking to her about it and seeing what her projected second pass might be. And I'm going to do everything I can do on my side, but this is the process. That copy edit catches typos, and it catches incomplete sentences and things that don't quite jive. And if I have the wrong colored eyes, like it's all that stuff. So we'll see. So we're kind of in a curious space with Wayward Sky. I did not expect this. I had expected to tell you that I was formatting Wayward Sky and it would be uploaded like within a few days. But I think we're at least another week out, which, I mean, it's still possible I'm going to make this to the end of, that we'll get this book out before the year is out. But boy, we are definitely, we're running out of time, people. We're running out of time. So we'll see how it goes. Que sera? It's just going to be how it is. So, yeah, I'll let you know how it goes past there. As for writing's going fine. I've been working on the cleanup passes on Wayward Sky. Today I'm going to write the back cover copy on it, which I said I was going to do before, which I didn't, and acknowledgement and dedications and all that good stuff. So I'll get rolling on that today. And yeah, so writing's going well. It's just not quite as going as I expected. So let's see. Then what we talk about next is knitting. How's knitting going? Knitting is going well, thank you. Except I've got a project that I'm doing a little Christmas knitting. So I don't want to say too much here because I don't know if the person who I'm knitting for might watch this. But some of that is going very well. Some of it has some challenges to it. So I am doing both of those things. Both knitting very well and having some challenging knitting going on. It's kind of how it goes. It's just kind of how it goes. But also, I have not started the toy for the December newsletter yet, the knitted toy. I will be starting that this evening, I think. I will probably start knitting tonight. It is possible it will start tomorrow. And I'm not sure when my newsletter is going out, so you may not see it before I put it in the newsletter, which is just another reminder to check your inboxes, and sometimes the newsletter goes to spam and stuff, to look and see if the newsletter has arrived, in which case in there I say who won, and I also send a separate email to the winner. So there's also a winner email that goes out, but sometimes that lands in the spam box too. So just keep an eye out. It always says Devon Monk's newsletter is what the newsletter always says. And then the winning email says something like a knit toy for you or something. I didn't put winner in the title because that's one way that it gets thrown more into spam. If you say you won this thing, that's, it's pretty common for spam. So I was trying to kind of dodge that with a different title. But yeah, I will show you the toy next Monday month because I will definitely have it done. I'm not sure if my newsletter is coming out by the end of this week. I do have a sale coming up. This is something that I should tell you. Ordinary Oregon, the first book, Death and Relaxation, will be going on sale for 99 cents. That is the lowest that book has ever been priced, and it will be going on sale this Thursday. So Thursday is let's see, today's the 12th. Can I do this? 13th is tomorrow, 14th is Wednesday, 15th. Thursday the 15th. The book will be going on sale for like just a short week. So 99 cents if you haven't tried the Ordinary Magic series. Now would be a great time to try it. That is for the digital, the ebook version only. The print book will remain its regular price. And part of why I'm thinking about putting out my newsletter a little early is so that I can let newsletter people know that that book is coming out and is on sale. And if they haven't tried it, good time to grab it up. And then that ties into the knitting. Am I going to get the knit toy done in time for the newsletter? So, it is what it is. I think it'll all come together just fine. But do watch your inboxes. That's what I would say. So knitting is, going along well, but kind of tricky, as you see. And as for my winter hat, I haven't done a stitch on it. I have been doing other things, other knitting things and other things, and haven't even done another stitch on that hat. I still love it. I still want it. So it will get done. It stays cold until March here. I wear stocking caps until March. So, or beanies, or what do y'all call them? One person said they call them toboggans. When I grew up, they were called stocking caps. And then beanie became popular. And I'm like, that seems weird, because I always thought beanie was that hat with a little propeller on the top. But beanie is what I mostly call it now, or toque, but I'm not Canadian, so I don't call it that. I know it's named that in some places though. But anyways, I wear those kinds of knit hats well into March. So my winter hat will be fine wearing it late too, but I will get back to it soon. So that's knitting, and I went way too long on knitting. So now just a quick wrap up. What's going on in Monkworld? We're just doing holiday stuff. We're cooking and baking and working on the gift giving that we're going to do. We're just doing for family, we're just doing little house gifts, which is usually some sort of homemade-y type thing. I don't want to say because people might be watching, but afterwards I'll totally tell you what it is. Just simple stuff. And then we got the tree decorated. I will show you a photo of that. Hopefully I'll put it in here. And then we also are really enjoying our electric fireplace. I turn it on every day, and for the first time I actually turned on the heater, because I found myself walking up to the fireplace kind of scoot with my hands out like, oh, I'm gonna warm up my fingers by the fire, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not real. So I turned the heater on, and then I'm like, oh, now it feels like a real little fire. So that felt good. And so we're enjoying that. And the other thing that we recently brought into our life was an electric car. And I have to say that has been working out just spectacularly for us. Again, my husband mostly uses it because he commutes to work. Well, he doesn't commute. He works in town, but he drives to work. And he does sometimes have to commute to different cities for his work. So that's working really well. We do notice that the battery gets a little less distance in the cold, which is how batteries work. So, we just charge it, make sure that we know how much we need to charge before we go. And so far we have not been caught without having enough charge to get anywhere we want to go. We do want to take it on a long trip. It's a Chevy Bolt. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I think I did. And it has something like 70 miles, 240 miles. I think 240 mile range for the battery. So we want to take it on like a 400-mile trip and do that middle charge somewhere and see how long it takes to charge, so that we get an idea of how you would travel with a little electric car. Our infrastructure, isn't quite there in the United States to just top off the tank anywhere you want to go. It's definitely like the early days of, gasoline or gas stations where, and still here in Oregon, you'll see a sign that says no gas for 100 miles or no gas for 80 miles or no gas for 70 miles or whatever, reminding you that you need to fill up your tank if you're going to go that further than that, if you're low, And so we're kind of that position right now with our electric chargers. It's like you have to know where they are, and there will be places where there's no electric charger for so many miles. And so you want to make sure that your tank is topped off. So it's fun to kind of be in this place, because because I hope it helps the environment. And I know there's issues with lithium batteries, and I know, but I feel like it's a small step moving forward in the right direction, and I am all for that. So we are loving it from that perspective, that we feel like we are doing less damage to our lovely Earth that we want to keep around for a while, and also that we are finding it really fun to drive and affordable. The electricity is so much less than the gas we were putting in the tank that we are just loving it for that. So, yeah, we are enjoying our recent additions. The fireplace that we put in, it's electric logs. As you can tell, we're doing a lot of electric. We need to start adding solar panels. That's a next big challenge, and I'm not sure when we're going to tackle that, but we will be tackling that. But yeah, electric fireplace we're loving, and we're loving the little electric car, and we're loving the holidays so far, which have been very low key. And you know, I got to get to my bacon. That's the next thing. Gotta make some cookies. I think gotta make some cookies, maybe some fudge. So anyway, I'll go ahead and end it here, and I hope you have a wonderful Monday. If you have holidays that you celebrate, I hope you celebrate them in the way that make you feel the most joyous. And yeah, I will see you soon. Have a great week. Bye now.